Welcome back to another episode of Roommates. So this time around, we are going for Rakesh, and I just skipped ahead to the first option with him. If you have not seen the beginning of this yet, you should go and watch my playthrough with Max and with Dominic. I believe I did the beginning with Dominic. If not, it's just Max. So, let's go. Supervise Rakesh. I have to stop him. The structural integrity of our house is at stake. Maybe you're going about this the wrong way. He gives me a deep and expectant look. Don't panic. Just make something up. What if instead of carving into the wall, we, made a relief to pop out of the wall? Like an Egyptian, frieze? I don't know. We could use paper mache and mix paint with the glue for color. That is brilliant. You are a visionary, Anji. G? Ah, that's right. You don't have that here. I am working on being more westernized. To fit in here, I want to belong in my new home. Just as a frieze belongs on that wall. Let us leave no paper untouched. Let's not go for that. Ah, yeah. Finally, lunchtime. I feel accomplished for having redirected Rakesh's creative impulses towards something worth a little less in property damage, yet apprehensive that I missed both my morning classes in the process, the sacrifices I make for art. I'll just have to email my professors for the syllabus later. At least I don't have any afternoon classes. College allows for a lot more free time than in high school, all in all. Unfortunately, my scholarships aren't going to cover much more than books, or school books and board. If I want to be anything other than a crazy hermit, I think it's in my best interest to find a job. I think I'll check out my options after getting something to eat. I decide to grab a bite at the cafe on campus. I didn't pay for the meal plan, so there's no point to going to the cafeteria when the cafe food's probably better. Hey, welcome to Lingua Franca. Oh, this is interesting. If it isn't the cutie I bumped into earlier. We do have a habit of running into each other, huh? Cutie? You're adorable. I could have a lot of fun corrupting you. I'm just kidding. You're so fun to tease, Anne, right? Yes. You look hungry. How would you like a meatball sub? That sounds good. Alright then, 1 meatball sub coming right up. Thanks. How much? Anne, what kind of housemate would I be to make you pay for lunch on your first day of school? You can have it, gratis. Just don't tell my manager, okay? Thank you. Isabella winks at me and goes back behind the counter to assemble my sandwich. She's much nicer than first impressions led me to believe. I wouldn't mind working here with her. Here you go, hon. The meatball sub is perfectly wrapped. I suppose she's been working here for a while. Excuse me. Would you happen to know where I would be able to find work? Work? There are all kinds of jobs available on campus. Heck, I started at the cafeteria my freshman year. I mean, it's one of the worst jobs on campus. High pressure, fast paced, and the people are crazy. The only good thing about it is even a monkey could do it. Most of the jobs open to freshmen are like that though. If you want to get in on something worth your while, you need to show your skills or they won't even look at you twice. For instance, this job, you'd think all you need to do is look good in a uniform, but people come in with crazy orders all the time. You need to be spontaneous enough to adapt to the customers. Like if they want marinara sauce on their meatball sub and we don't have it, fast talk them into settling for ketchup, that kind of thing. I think most of the jobs on campus and in town get posted online. You can look up the qualifications too. Alright, how do I get qualifications? Well, you want it fast and dirty or slow and steady? Both? I'd like to know my options, I guess. Okay. Now, you'll probably be spending most of your time during the day at classes learning, and since how to be a better short order chef hasn't been in class since the school was a technical college, you're going to have to look for things to do. Just working a job is going to make you better at working that sort of thing. Working at the bookstore will get you more organized, for example. It's slower, but you'll make money while you do it. That said, if you check the local blog site, you can find all kinds of things to do outside of the school. Since you're my roommate, if you ask nice, I might clue you in on some things to do around town as well. Pretty please? Well, since you asked so nicely, there's a club downtown with a pretty decent low cover charge, and the rock climbing facility is great for the active climber, if you'd like to give that a try. It's pretty fun. They're relatively cheap too. Not only can you have some fun, but if you pay attention, you'll pick up some good tips on how to do better at jobs. It's faster, but it also tends to cost money. Once you get skilled enough, you could start applying for some of the advanced jobs. Thank you. Thank you, Isabella. Hey, don't worry about it. Come back anytime, little Anne. I'd be happy to show you the ropes. Alright, so let's check our stats. What do we need? Okay, we need reflective and creative. Of course we do. Alright, let's, study. Afternoon. Art. Reflective. Take a nap. Reflective, I think, right? That's the one we need more of? Yes. And then art. Actually, this I need to study probably. Let's take a nap. No. Okay, take a nap, I guess. Yoga classes, right? Yes, we want yoga. See a play. Sleep early. See a play. Study. Sleep early, I guess, and then more yoga. Sure, let's see how that goes. Okay, so I need to skip this one. It's nice to be back home. It's been a long week and I'm exhausted. I just want to curl up in bed and read a good book for a while. I'm thinking about my room when I see Isabella on the porch talking to Max. Seriously, this party is gonna be great. You gotta come out. She sees me walking up and waves excitedly. You too, Anne. This is the first really big party of the quarter. It's gonna be so much fun. Everyone will be there. I don't know if I'm up to an actual party. I'm just getting used to the house. Just getting used to the house has been taxing enough, and I really am pretty tired. Who's coming and where is it? Max and I for sure. I doubt anybody else will come out. You gotta come out, Anne. This is just the thing for you. You need to blossom, girl. Isn't that right, Max? It's gonna be loud and crazy. Perfect place to let go and have a good time, you know? Exactly. Isabella and Max start mock dancing with each other in front of me. I guess trying to show me what they'll be doing. I guess it could be fun. I don't know. I'm pretty tired. Let me think about it, okay? All right, but get a move on. We won't wait all night, hun. Isabel winks at me as I pass by. I head past the other two and up to my room to unload my books. Nope, we're gonna skip. I shouldn't have had all that water before bed. Maybe I could slip down to the bathroom without waking anyone up. As I walk past Max's room, I can hear Isabella's voice. Seriously, you're awful at this. I'm barely even tipsy, you dumbass. You need to learn to drink better. Max's door is open, so I stick my head quietly around the corner. I can see Isabella trying in vain to heft Max onto his bed. I'm pretty sure those are curse words under her breath, but most of them are way more vile than I'm used to. Do you need help? Ah! Isabella leaps at the sound of my voice and drops Max, unfortunately right into a pile of dirty clothes he'd never moved. Gah, oh man, I don't think he's washed any of this crap. And come help me get this jerk in bed. Max is pretty heavy, but between the two of us, we managed to haul him into his bed. So it was a pretty wild party after all, huh? Oh, it was a fine party, nothing too crazy. I made the mistake of telling this idiot that I get a little wild when I get drunk. What I didn't tell him was that I've been having a drinking contest since I was 16, and this chump never stood a chance. Oh, wow. I'm not really sure what to think about Isabella having been a drunkard so young. Anyway, thank you for the help, Anne. I'm gonna crash. Don't hit the books too hard. I definitely want you to come out with us next time, okay? I nod wordlessly as Isabella leaves, quietly closing the door behind me as I continue about my own late-night business. Alright, here we go. It's definitely going to be a nice morning. The sun is up and the birds are singing. Looks like I'm not the only one awake, either. Dominic, Sally, and even Rakesh are all here in jogging clothes, doing stretches. Good morning. What's going on? Oh, hey! We were just about to head out. We like to go jogging together on weekends. We usually hit the gardens, but they're just lovely this time of year. Do you want to come with us? It's a great workout, and the scenery is gorgeous. You should come along, Anne. Nothing like a hearty run to get your pulse up. And staying fit is important for a good student. It's true. Plus, it's a good way to learn your way around, at the very least to the gardens. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, I'll come with you. Just give me a chance to get ready. Sure thing. Since we're already warmed up, we'll meet you there, okay? Sure. A quick shower later, and I've gathered my running clothes. I'm not usually a runner, but I had been thinking about taking it up, and getting to know my roommates a little better is the perfect excuse. I'm pretty sure the gardens are that way. A few moments later, and I'm standing in place with the other morning joggers as we run in place. We should go through the East Botanical Gardens. We did that 2 weeks ago. Let's run through the farming garden. I work there. I see it all the time. Not that it's not pretty, I'm just saying. Rakesh hasn't said a word. I'm starting to wonder if he actually wants to come out running. Oh, fine. Let's just go. Sally and Dominic take off running, and I follow after, just behind them. Rakesh kind of follows, but isn't running very much. The two in the lead take us along a waist-high fence that borders the campus Botanical Gardens. Various plants of all shapes and sizes are organized in neat rows with little plaques. I can't read from here describing what kind of plant it is. It's still pretty early in the fall, so the trees haven't started to change color yet. These guys really go all out. I'm not out of shape, but I haven't been running in a while. The scenery is really nice though, and the air smells of the fresh flowers in the gardens. It's definitely a pleasant way to spend my morning. And come on, keep up! What about Rakesh? We can't wait up for that slacker. It's not that we don't like to wait for him, he just gets so distracted, he tends to slow down a lot. As some of us are trying to get some exercise out here. I see. Sally and Dominic set a pretty brisk pace, leaving Rakesh further behind. Sorry. Dominic looks over his shoulder at me like he wants to say something, but I'm a little too far back. I think I can catch up to them, but I feel a little bad about leaving Rakesh behind. Why would they invite him if they were just going to abandon him? We're gonna stay with Rakesh, of course. Dominic waves at me to catch up, but I just shake my head and point back at Rakesh. Dominic frowns and shakes his head. He and Sally start really pouring on the speed, and they're gone before long. I have to admit, part of me is pretty happy to slow down. Rakesh is barely even walking at this point. He's mostly just looking at the trees in the garden. I stop altogether while I wait for him to catch up to me. Are you okay, Rakesh? It's not quite forest green, is it? Probably closer to fern. Of course, once the fall hits. But no, I guess that one won't change. Rakesh? Oh, I'm very sorry, Anne. Don't you love the gardens? It's actually my first time here. They are very pretty, though. The others, they only come here to run, to make the scenery fly past them. As with the rest of life for them, it is always the rush. The world paints a picture with every color. It is such a shame not to look at the canvas. Rakesh looks back into the garden, and it's like he's in his own world again. I guess he thinks pretty deeply about these sorts of things. That's a nice way of looking at the world, Rakesh. Ha! Sometimes I forget it is not the only way, I suppose. How do you see the garden, then? I guess I see trees, and the grass is very nice, and are those azaleas? Those are pretty. Good, good. Even just to see is a first step that not many people take. But to look even closer, look at the azaleas that you liked. Do you see though how the plant has painted its face bright red, a star to draw the eye to its center, settled on a bed of contrasting green leaves to make the colors glow that much more. Wow, you really think a lot about these sorts of things, don't you? There is a lot of beauty in the world, and I like to think I have some small ability to capture it. You saw what we were able to do with the wall in the dorm. We captured some of that beauty and brought it to the stark, empty wall. Yeah. I don't know if everyone appreciated that beauty as much as you and I did, Rakesh. I know for a fact Dominic yelled at us for an hour. I do not seek approval, because nature does not seek approval. The world does not ask you if you would like it to be beautiful. It simply places its beauty before you. Wow, you must do fantastic in your art classes. Rakesh actually frowns at that, looking away from me. I guess I must have said something wrong. Now I feel terrible. I mean, what was that face, Rakesh? No, I have not taken classes. I let the world teach me how colors should work. I let the world teach me perspective. Before I can stop him, Rakesh climbs over the fence and goes running into the garden. Rakesh, no, come back. I'm sure you're not supposed to be in there. I can't believe he'd do that. I swivel my head around, looking for anyone else around. Dominic and Sally are already starting to fade into the distance. I check the other direction, but luckily it doesn't seem that anyone else is around this morning. I breathe a sigh of relief just as I feel something in my hair. There, perfect. Turn this way, please. The color will balance very nicely. I reach up to feel an obvious flower in my hair. Was this what he'd planned all along? Turning to face him, I see him reach up towards my hair with a flower with dark blue petals. Rakesh, I don't think you're supposed to take those. I'm not sure if he's listening to me. He's already twining the flower onto the other side of my head. I could feel my face burning as he holds me at arm's length, looking over his handiwork. Beautiful. Aww. I know I'm just another canvas for him, but it's still not often a guy twines flowers in my hair. Come on, Rakesh. Let's see if we can't catch up with the others, okay? Yes, I think we have spread beauty nicely here. I try to take Rakesh by the hand before he can get distracted again, but he keeps dodging my grabs. He still follows me away from the garden, which is good enough. The other two must be back home by now. Let's just meet them there, okay? Excellent idea, Anne. I don't bother trying to run, since it seems like Rakesh won't do it anyways. Oh goodness. But together we make our way back to Latin House. Okay, well, that is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. So, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe. By subscribing, you're becoming part of a legacy. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!